Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kona. This is my first playthrough, and one of the first videos, at least that I've made for other people on my channel altogether. Still fairly new to this. Well, still extremely new to this. But I'm going to have a lot of fun, and hopefully you do too.
Sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Steering's a little janky.
He had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it. Muddy or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway. Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it. Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself.
Pretty good looking game. Got myself a bottle. Oh, hey, log faces. You guys come here often? Hanging out? I feel like they're the Jay and Silent Bob of Northern Quebec in the 1970s. Just sitting there, smoking cigarettes. Outside of the rest stop tower. Do I have limited stamina in this game?
Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
That's right, Carl. It's time to get down to business. Just giving him the business.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here.
Steering is really janky.
When it came
with
to
the keyboard.
affluent men.
I mean, that can be said of
Some
pretty
saw
much
a
any
wealthy
game
philanthropist
where you drive with a
dedicated to
keyboard.
improving the region's economy. Others, an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself. Carl needed to get out of there.
Oh, jeez, I'm not looking so good.
Required urgent care.
Kona. It's actually a pretty awesome start. So far, so good.
The driver had taken off.
Son of a
It was
bitch.
still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help. Such heart-wrenching Nordic poetry
Isabel,
that was.
you gave meaning
But
to
Carl
everything.
didn't care much
When you
about
disappeared,
feeling.
so did purity. I would defend purity against the winds, the tides, against ice and blizzard. That's romantic. Oh, can't really see too well. I think I'm concussed.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Can I grab it? Oh, there we go.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
South Atamipek, or however the hell you pronounce that. Let's get us some wood. Close that door. It's freezing. Ooh, chains. Perfect.
Even better than he had hoped, Carl Faubert had succeeded once more and was now on his way to new adventures.
The long dark player in me wants to take this bedroll, but it's not gonna let me. Let's see, my stress is not doing so hot. Let's go ahead and smoke a cigarette.
Carl, like many of his contemporaries, felt like he had more trouble breathing when he wasn't smoking. Cigarette was his own personal breathing assistant.
Better not leave this on. Might hurt somebody.
Scratches did not stop Carl. His mother would be so proud.
Alright, let's lay chains and get the hell out of here. Oh. Can't see a thing. Jesus. Weather's nasty out here.
Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou,
Don't text and drive,
snow,
kids.
and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
Past a few houses.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Now, I think, well, I know you guys aren't going to see it, but every time I transition to a new area, it loads for quite a while, actually. I mean, it's only a good, 8 seconds or so. But when you're in the act of actually driving or running, and it pauses for 8 seconds and gives you a little loading bar, it's definitely distracting.
Fell to the bottom of the box.
Oh no, Mr. Hamilton.
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close, that the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
I think that's a good shot. Let's get one more. Let's get an old close-up of Mr. Hamilton here. One last portrait. Yeah, that looks good.
What could be inside that envelope? Carl was taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Jeez.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
This place is a mess, narrator.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
Jesus.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears?
I don't know, man. This isn't exactly what I'd call a populated area. What the hell? That's interesting.
Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead? Carl, ever diligent in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
Did I miss something about the crash? I don't think so. Where is all the snow coming from? They say the fall is an unpredictable season, but this is something else. I saw some very weird ice earlier that seemed to be lit up from within. I'd never seen anything like it. I don't know the chemical process in which pictures reveal invisible prints. I have to say, it looks entirely supernatural. Caribou footprints? Sweet log you got there, Carl. My client is dead. Everything's going wrong. I'm sure he wasn't going to pay me that much, so I don't know why I'm freaking out about it. An envelope torn open, addressed to the Secret Service. If I remember correctly, this whole thing is more intricate than it seems. Well, that's interesting. Don't really want to start a fire currently. Let's get inside. Oh, it's locked. Let's get ourselves a key from somewhere. Ooh, trash picker. Oh, what's this? Let it be known, you're nothing more than a brigand, a robber, a garbage hoarder, a viper, a leech, a monster. You're holding a knife at my throat. Too bad for me, but nothing.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away. Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
Turn the electricity off. Electricity from generator, power line. Okay.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Do I have a flashlight? I see a flashlight over here. How do we get that? Oh, equipment. Perfect. Coolio. Ooh. A secretary wouldn't be a luxury in here. To open the cash register, punch the price, 2 numbers minimum, press sale, turn the crank 2 times, and punch the machine if it doesn't work. I see things haven't changed much from the 70s. The general store also serves as a post office for the locals. Thank you, mysterious Skyrider. Ooh, what's this, matches? Perfect. I will certainly take them. Can't jump or run indoors. Hope I don't have to run away from anything. Oh, found the duct tape. Some more matches. Customer credit.
That log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
Interesting. Oh, found a key. Ooh, I found another key. Fantastic.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone. Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general.
Gilles.
That made him one of Hamilton's employees.
Well, I'm glad they said his name, because I totally would have called him Giles. Giles Lachance. Gilles Lachance sounds much better. You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat. That's a really weird thing to say, by the way. Especially to open up a letter with it. And when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Oh, that's... Never mind. This is not an angry letter. Let me reread that. You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat. And when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Customers could catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Not to worry, I will have a nice doctor's note, which I'm going out to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I will have to close down the shop. Unless you would like to come fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you after all. You must know how it's done, since it's yours now. With kind regards, your dedicated manager, Gilles. Can't turn on the gas pump. That sounds about right. Oh, hello. It's gonna move. Oh, it's gonna climb up. I thought it was gonna move back. Ooh, another bottle. Why am I taking empty wine? Shouldn't I be taking full bottles? You'd think so. Did I find the wire strippers? Was that what I needed? I needed tape and something else. Yeah, wire cutters. Oh, you know what? I bet one of those keys was for the garage back here. Perfect. Jesus, it's a mess in here. Let's close that door. Close the door. There we go.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift.
All right.
Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
Nice. Okay, now I can fix the electricity, which the lift will need. So let's go ahead and do that first. I freaking hate when doors open inside. Especially, like, not in real life, in games. Alright. Now, generator. Turn that off. That on. Oh, was that off? Turn on. So remember, the note on the inside of the breaker panel said that they both can't be on at the same time. Although I don't see any light. Oh, we do have power. Perfect. Where is the lift button? That's enough for that. Alright, lift button. Oh, there you are. Oh shit, was there anything in the trunk? Can't see now. Let's grab ourselves a sweet crowbar.
The crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Sweet swing in action. Alright. Let us get back inside. Ooh. I mean, it's there. We might as well bust in this way, right? Why not? Ooh, can I?
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
I don't trust those dang wolves.
A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Let's fill the old gas tank, huh?
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gillette.
Oh, interesting. Look at that, some fire starter. That's pretty cool. Take that.
A chance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
These tracks are bothering me, though. Hey. Oh, there's more. Okay. Oh, there's another one of these things right here.
Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The seeker had sought.
No wolf could have done that.
Carl
Oh, Jesus.
What the hell could that thing be? It looked like a man fossilized in ice.
Oh, that's a creepy face.
All of a sudden, Carl felt like he was pulled inside a world of dreams. A cold, unknown dimension. Somehow,
Holy crap.
self-control was slipping from his grasp.
That's pretty awesome.
To all appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary.
The beast enjoys long slumbers. Its sanctuary seems impregnable. Ice is everywhere. I need to exercise patience and wait for it to come out to think like a hunter. The beast often invades the settlements bordering the lake. It terrorizes the white people. They never see it coming, but they feel its presence, a cold dread grabbing at your innards. The beast excites the wolves, makes them more aggressive. One attacked me. I had to cut its throat. The blade digging into its flesh made the sound of taut wire. The beast is getting closer to the villagers. It moves at night, bringing heavy snow and strong gusts of wind along with it. I tracked it to no avail. I do not know the white man frozen in ice, but I do know this. It is the work of the beast. Its attacks curdle the blood of its victims. White men know nothing of this force of nature. I touched the ice imprisoning the white man. I saw things, but I do not understand them. It was as if past and present were one, or as if I was a spider and with my 8 eyes I could see backward and forward simultaneously. This beast, this creature, is not of this world. I must find this beast again, and if necessary, eliminate it. That's pretty epic. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's up, buddy? Oh, what do we got here?
What could these engraved numbers mean?
What is that?
A fresh path suddenly appeared before Carl.
739? Okay. This path? Why am I following the path of, like, fiery darkness footprints? Oh, they didn't appear to be attacking him. Whoa. They looked like they kind of just ran across this path, not that they were trying to get him. This is creeping me out. Oh, this is that truck that we saw.
The vision slowly faded away, like an icicle melting in the palm of your hand.
Oh shit, it's Giles.
The real world now knew who the icebound man was. Gilles Lachance.
Gilles Lachance.
Manager himself.
Son of a bitch. Has got anything back here?
That had to be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts. Or not.
I don't know, narrator. For some reason, I don't think that's the case. But, you know, whatevs. Alright, so apparently there is stamina in this game. How are we doing on warmth and stuff? Actually pretty good for standing out in the rain. Or the snow, excuse me. Oh, that's cool. I like that, actually. I really like that. So where do I go? Can I? I don't know. For some reason, there's definitely stuff written on the map. Excuse me, but I couldn't see it while in the car. Oh, here we go. Blaze. Ooh, Lachance. Let's go to Lachance's. Bedard. Wa. Ah, you thought I was going to say Roy, didn't ya? No. Wa. I've watched hockey way back in the day. Just try not to crash this thing. Sorry, Gilles. Lachance. Maybe I'll find a way to get you unfrozen, buddy. I know we passed some houses up here, so I guess he's the first one on the left. I guess this is him right here. Lachance's house. Well, that's ominous.
The crossbow bolt stuck into the wooden stairs reminded Carl of the arrow that was said to have hit Achilles' heel. But who was the intended Achilles this time?
Whoa. Just there? I don't see any...
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
That's weird that it's just the single print and not like walking prints like it was before. Well, that's interesting. Maybe I should do it this way. No, I kind of already did one that way, though. Alright, let's get the hell in the house. It's a cute little property. I'd live here. Let's get some wood. Oh, inventory is full, huh? Can I dig through the garbage? Is there a TV on? Whoa.
The air was freezing, right down to the bone. The otherworldly ice had struck again. The woman's hopes and dreams were frozen in eternity. Carl felt a cool, tingling sensation in his back. Another vision took over him. Something was hidden under the stairs. The man grabbed his rifle. Carl felt a sense of dread in him.
Oh man, she was standing right there behind me. That's not freaky. Jeez, these ones are creepy. Bertrand Lachance.
Perhaps their spousal relationship had been cooling down lately. It seemed like secrecy was commonplace in this house. The vision's veil was lifted, and he was back to reality. A reality in which Giselle, Gilles' loving spouse, was motionless, frozen in ice.
September. Mother once told me, when I first met Gilles, that I hadn't picked the brightest bulb of the lot. And as the years fly by, I'm seeing the truth of her words. Always trust your mother's wisdom. Here's a good tip there, kids. Trust me. That blackmailing scheme is a prime example of Gilles' brightness. He's like a small dog. He thinks he's bigger than he actually is. He growls, genuinely thinking he's scary, but everyone knows he can be pushed aside with just a little kick. He truly believes he can blackmail Hamilton, the big boss himself. It's going to be a long time in hell before my poor Gilles can manage to pull off such a feat. After all, Hamilton's a rich, learned, and influential man. Not only is the blackmailing idea bad to begin with, let's be honest, Gilles is way out of his league. But Gilles doesn't even know how he's actually going to carry this out. I don't even think he ever would. He's just throwing random threats out loud in the kitchen. He says he'll do it eventually, but I know better. Successful blackmailing requires masterful cunning, and Gilles is master of, well, nothing. He is a slave, and forever will be. I often look at that safe he keeps hidden in the fake wall, in which he stores all these incriminating documents he intends to use, and I just can't come to grips with the sheer ridiculousness of the whole thing. It is true that Hamilton would still have to figure out the combination of the safe where everything is hidden. Only problem is Gilles himself tends to forget the combination. He has a trick to help him remember. His father's first initial, followed by the 3 numbers I had engraved on his pendant. Nice! Now we know what the 3 numbers are. Okay. Who could possibly have a hard time remembering 3 simple numbers but my Gilles? October. Gilles has trouble sleeping. He will flail his arms and legs in his sleep. I told him this blackmail business would be hard on him. But that's the problem with idiots. They always think they're the smartest person around, no matter how hard you try to shake them. Hamilton will find out, and then we're done for. We'll have to move to Val d'Or and live with the small fry. I'm shaking as I write this. I cannot believe I have taken part in this tragedy. I haven't done anything. Why do I feel so guilty? Poor girl. She was so young. Who was so young? Well, isn't that interesting? Who's the poor girl? The unpacked boxes suggest they just moved here. Oh, awesome. That helps a lot. It's like some aspirin. I guess I just filled up my bottle with water. They didn't really specify what I was filling it with. Looks like they were repainting the whole house. Looks like it. Did I already look in here? Yeah, I did. Let's go ahead and start a fire. And smoke a cigarette. Oh, sorry, Giselle. I didn't mean to hit you with a cigarette. Let's refill up our wood. More matches. I'm sure those will come in handy, although I think we have enough to last us for a while. I have yet to find a clock that works. Have you looked? I don't remember looking. I closed it.
The pot was cold, and the stew inside wasn't cooked. It's likely that poor Giselle was slow cooking it before she got snaps. What a waste. Looks like the holes in that puzzle are there to stay.
Well, that's weird. Keeping a single cigarette in the fridge. Is that a Canadian thing? I can't say I've ever done that.
Ah, moving. What a pleasant activity. Of course, you'll find the record player only to find the records weeks later in some random box.
So she said in the note that it was his father's initial, followed by the letters on the pendant. And the only La Chance that we've seen, aside from Gilles and Giselle, would be good old Bertrand. Bertrand? I think it was Bertrand. Let's see.
Carl had seen that kind of safe before. With its double-layered security system blending letters and numbers,
7
its code couldn't be broken by the common burglar.
3-9. Aha! I guess Carl is not the common burglar. William Hamilton is a crook. He has been blackmailing everyone in the village, myself included, like the infamous Seraphim Poudrier. I don't know. In this document is proof of every bribe paid by Hamilton to the federal authorities in regard to the acquisition of his damn mine. The fact that he has used his henchmen to instill terror within the village will not sway the tribunals down in Montreal, but the fact that he has been bribing government officials surely will. I can already picture it making the front page. The English are all the same. We will prevail. Hamilton is not only a crook, but a murderer. I do not believe in his remorse. I firmly believe he will pay for his crime. I do not believe in native magic, but I do believe in their vengeance. Is that it? That's it. Oh, there was a picture. I didn't see it. Founded by Bertrand.
Store, along with several more infrastructures in the area,
Son of a bitch.
had been acquired by wealthy industrialist William J. Hamilton. Perhaps the village should be rechristened Hamiltown.
Founded by Bertrand Lachance more than 20 years ago, the general store, better known as Chez Lachance, is one of Manistan's economic mainstays. Since the passing of its aged owner, however, business wasn't as booming as it once was. Gilles Lachance, inheritor of the humble establishment, had no choice but to sell everything to William Hamilton, the rich and famous businessman who sparked a major controversy last year when he announced the reopening and expansion of his copper mine. As of now, operations at the general store are expected to remain unchanged despite the change of hands. Gilles Lachance still helms the register. Let's see what our good old journal looks like now. Still nothing on the crash. Well, the second part of the crash. Here we go. The strange vision I had when I got near the ice is puzzling. My investigator brain keeps focusing on a small detail that may be pointless. A necklace with the numbers 739 engraved. What is that about? Well, solve that mystery. Time to go home, Carl. For what it's worth, the vision told me that things weren't going so well between the Lachances. They were hiding many things from each other, deep down. The woman's diary speaks volumes about that. She even reveals the secrets within her husband's safe. Many screams and secrets between them. When you find death threats, and the person threatened is found dead, one could say the case solves itself. Only a shame the note isn't signed. Gilles Lachance went to the doctor. Now I need to know if the doctor saw Gilles. I know how to lead the perfect investigator. That's a really weird, self-confidence boost to yourself in your own notebook. Is he writing down affirmations? You are beautiful. You will nail the investigation today. Blackmailing Hamilton would have been beyond Gilles' capacity. Could he have bitten off more than he could chew by jumping from blackmail to murder? More likely, could Giselle have convinced her husband to kill? After all, her docile partner seemed to obey the strong-minded woman. A strange hunt is underway in the village, and the crossbow bolts left behind are disturbing to say the least. They seem to glow as if they were constantly being heated by fire, without that fire spreading from where it was struck. How is this possible? I got a hold of a journal. It bears witness to a hunt. Someone tried to stop a beast. I can't understand all of it, but I feel a bit less lonely. Did we go upstairs yet? Oh, stand up.
What a mess. Clearly, there was some major revamping work underway here. The place looked barely habitable.
It looks like they didn't like the look of this place.
A nice white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days.
A box full of Harlequin novels.
Beautiful portrait of Gilles and Giselle, bound together by the chains of conventional love.
Shit, yeah, free cigarettes. What was that? I have no idea what I just picked up. Well, I think that is pretty much all we're going to find in the Lachance's house. I think I'll go ahead and cut the episode here. Like I said, this is my first video, so if you guys like it, let me know in the comments, and I'll make the next one very soon. Thank you so much for watching.